What's up, guys? It is episode 12 of my daily devotional discussion. Sorry, I keep on sniffling. Oh my gosh, sorry, I accidentally opened my video. Sorry if I'm sniffling or anything like that. It's I feel like spring allergies stuff starting to happen, so I'm a little stuffed up right now. Anyway, let me open up what I read today. Today I read Numbers 13, Numbers 14, John 6, 1 through 21, and Psalm. Did I say John? Yeah, I said John. And then Psalms 28. Oh my gosh, my allergies are really bad right now for some reason. Anyway, I didn't get really anything from Numbers 13, Numbers 14. Other than that the Israelites were still not believing in God, not trusting in God, and they were getting ready to rebel against God. And I thought that was so interesting. God's done so much for them. He's guided them through so much of their journey, and He's promised things to them, yet they've still I guess not treated Him how they're supposed to. They're just not giving Him the respect and giving Him the love and giving God the trust that God deserves. And I thought that was really interesting. How despite all these things that God had done for them, they're still complaining about their certain situation. And then a part of John that I read, so I love this story. It's a great miracle of Jesus. It's basically where Jesus, basically a large crowd followed Jesus and His disciples up this hill, and He saw a great crowd coming, and He said to this person named Philip, "Where shall we buy bread for these people to eat?" And He only did this to test Philip because He already knew what in mind, what He had in mind that He was going to do. And Philip said it would take more than half a year's wages to buy enough bread for everyone to have one bite. And then another one of His disciples, Andrew, Simon Peter's brother, said that basically he's oh, here's this boy who has five small loaves of bread and 2 small fish, but how far will this go among all these people? And then Jesus, He just took the loaves, gave thanks, and He distributed the bread to those who were seated as much as they wanted. Same with the fish. But after they had all eaten, He told the disciples to gather what was left over so that nothing would be wasted. And they gathered and filled 12 baskets with the 5 pieces of bread. And that's just that's really crazy. It's crazy the fact that, five small loaves of bread and 2 fish was able to be spread around a crowd of probably 5,000 people, and there was leftovers. There's more food to spare, and I think that's just a true miracle of Jesus. And these people are already following Him and amazed by His miracles. So when this happened, they were "Whoa, that's super cool!" And then once people saw that sign, Jesus they were saying basically, sure, this is the prophet who is to come into the world. And Jesus knew that they intended to come and try to take Him and force Him to be king. Literally, force Him to be a king of a kingdom type of deal, as in a physical kingdom. And He went away because He's He didn't want to be put on an official throne. He just wants to be, He's the King of heaven. He doesn't need to be, whisked away into being a king for a kingdom, because He already has this great kingdom of heaven. And because He also wanted to teach more people about God and show miracles and teach people about the Bible. And if these people were to try to force him to be king, then he wouldn't be able to spread the good news to more people. And then another miracle that was in this section I had to read was basically Jesus' disciples went down to the lake, and they got into a boat and were going across the lake. And it was dark, and Jesus had to join them. And there's like a strong wind blowing, and the waters were getting rough. They like rowed about 3 or 4 miles, and then they saw Jesus approaching the boat, but he was walking on water. And they were frightened. I mean, I feel like I'd be kind of scared if I just saw like if I saw a guy walking on water, given in this situation or someone they knew. But I'd still be like freaking out. I'd be like, what in the world? Hi, do you want a little pet? I'd still be like freaking out because I'd be like, what? Water? Someone's walking on water? So like they're freaked out. And then that's when Jesus said, "It is I, don't be afraid." And then they were willing to take him over the boat. And then they reached the shore where they were headed. And I thought that's super, super cool. And I am keeping this like live stream really short because I'm really tired and I gotta go to bed because I got a busy day tomorrow. But I don't know. It's just so cool reading these stories. Like I've heard them a million times. I've heard him talk about like him feeding 5,000 people, with the 5 loaves of bread, and I've heard him walking on water. I've heard these stories before, but to just read them again and just truly like, I don't know, I guess absorb them myself without them being taught to me is super cool. And I don't think I'll ever get tired of reading these stories because they're just so amazing that God has the ability to do these great things. And then in Psalm 28, I highlighted some parts. I'm just going to read the parts I highlighted. I highlighted the first part of Psalm 28:1, which is, "To you, Lord, I call. You are my rock." And then I'm going to continue on Psalm 28:2. "Hear my cry for mercy as I call you for help, as I lift my hands towards your most holy place." And then Psalm 6-9. "Praise be to the Lord, for he has heard my cry for mercy. The Lord is my shield and my strength and my shield. My heart trusts in him, and he helps me. My heart leaps for joy, and with my song I praise him. The Lord is the strength of his people, a fortress of salvation for his anointed one. Save your people and bless your inheritance. Be their shepherd and carry them forever." So that's what I highlighted in songs that just really stuck out to me, because it's like about like God, he is our strength and he is our protection. Like in the beginning, it says that he is our rock. We can rely on God when we're going through rough times, and just when we're going through life in general, we can rely on God to guide us through life and guide us to what we're supposed to do and where we're supposed to be. And he also has, we can also cry for mercy and ask for God's mercy, and he will grant it to us because he loves us and he wants us to be in heaven with him. And I just think it's super, I don't know. I just love how David would he would just pour his heart out over God. And I think that's something we need in today's society. We need to be able to pour our hearts to Christ and not just, read the Bible, go to church and stuff. We need to truly be passionate. I think that's something our society is lacking. I've said this before. Our society is lacking the passion that we should show towards God and his kingdom and his goodness. And David, he's just so joyous when it comes to God, and so he just shows so much love to God, and I think that we can do that more. And God is our strength and he is our safety. He can protect us. He loves us, and I think that we need to recognize that he does those things for us. And I think that if we really recognize that, then when we're going through a rough patch or tough times, he can guide us through it all. And I like Psalm 28:9. It's really, really cool because, shepherds are constantly mentioned all throughout all throughout the Bible, because you know shepherds were a big thing at the time. And often Jesus is described as the shepherd and as us being the sheep, because he looks out for us, he protects us. And if one of us, were to get lost or run astray, he will go after us and search for us. There's like I'm just gonna go through a song. It's called Reckless Love. So I just thought of this part of the song because it makes sense. It fits with the whole shepherd thing, how Jesus is our shepherd, God is our shepherd, and how we are his sheep. It says, "Oh, the overwhelming, never-ending, reckless love of God. Oh, it chases me down, fights till I'm found, leaves the 99. So that last part, leaves the 99. That's referring, like, let's say we're 100 sheep all in a bunch. God will leave. He will go after us when we need help. We just have to allow him into our hearts and accept that he is here to help us. And I think that's like super important that we just recognize that God is here for us and he wants what's best for us, and he just wants to give us mercy and give us love. And I kept it short and simple today, but that's all I got, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. And yeah, I hope this helped. I know it's a lot less than what I usually say, but I still am hoping that it helped in some way. And yeah, that's all I got. Peace.